What's going on with y'all? It's Jay Myrex, Altruwest.com, man. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for tapping in with your boy. We do these live streams Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. Central Time. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy. We're going to chop it up today, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for getting it started with me, man. Hope y'all having a good and blessed week so far. And yeah, man. Yeah, man. How y'all doing out there? Y'all good? Let's see here, man. Where we at? Where we at? Where y'all at? What's going on with y'all? Where y'all at? Let me know where y'all at up in here, man. Cold Heat Studios, salute, fam. Appreciate you for dropping in. Upbeat Media, what's going on with you? My moderator in the house, Upbeat Media, will be making sure everybody keeps it cool, calm, and collected. So appreciate you for joining. DJ B Street, what's good with you? Salute, fam. Kev Davis, appreciate the love, fam. Thank you so much, man. Y'all make sure if y'all, want to continue having these, listen, let's get it cracking, man. Y'all share this, y'all, share it with your friends, invite folks in here, man. That's how we gonna grow the platform. So hit the like button and share, that's how we get it in, man. Get at Nard, what's going on with you? One of my true sound creators, man. Appreciate you for dropping by, man. Thank you for, continuing to support the channel. Appreciate you. Petroni, what's going on with you, man? Appreciate that. Homie call me F. That's old school. I love that, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, man. DJ Cool Breeze, what's good with you, man? One of my true sound creators. I appreciate you for tapping in with your boy. Born Shamir, what's happening with you? Obscure Streets, what's good with you? One of my true sound creators, man. Appreciate you. Alavon Major, what's good with you, fam? West up, man. Appreciate you for dropping by. Jay Troy, what's good with you, my bro? Appreciate you for stopping by, man. That's a bad man on the bass guitar and the production. Jay Troy, man. Appreciate you for stopping by. William Ellington, one of my true sound creators, man. What's going on with you, man? Appreciate you as well. Audio Analysis, man. Appreciate you. Salute. Say, man, what's good with you, man? We gonna talk about some of that, man. Thank you for tapping in, man. Listen, fam. We're not playing on these streams. I come to provide value and to provide a safe space for people to discuss music production and share ideas and wisdom. So, in order to do this, man, time is money, and we got to make sure that we support channels like, mine that are smaller as well. So, um, we set today's goal today. Today's goal today for our super chats, trying to get 10 super chats going in the next, well, now 54 minutes, man. And I think we can do it. It's like 34 in here, the 34 of y'all in here right now. So somebody can help us in this situation, because time is money, man. But if we hit our goal today, we're gonna extend the stream by an hour. Because I definitely want to provide the value, but we got to make sure that it makes sense. Got to make sure that it makes sense. So let's get it cracking, man. Let's get it cracking. But today's topic, the best beat making equipment. Okay, so what is the best beat making equipment? That's the real question. What is the best beat making equipment? Many producers are searching for the best beat making equipment. It becomes for many a lifelong search. It becomes a lifelong pursuit of finding this best beat making equipment so that you can enhance your chances of making the quality of productions that you're trying to achieve. And this is one of the things that creates a lot of the gear acquisition syndrome, quote unquote, that we like to say in audio and also in tech. It's really not just a audio thing, it's a tech thing. And, it could be related to a lot of other things as well. But this search for the best equipment is a consistent thing. Equipment doesn't necessarily just mean hardware. So let's be clear on that. Equipment it can be a wide range of things. These are articles. They're things that you use for a particular purpose. So the definition of equipment from Oxford is the necessary items for a particular purpose. So not necessarily just talking about hardware. It's also a software thing. It's just the equipment. It's the things that we use that are necessary for achieving the purpose or the goal that we have. So, of course, traditionally, beat making was done with hardware tools. You had tools such as like the SB1200, the Akai MPCs, Ensoniq keyboards, Rolling Groove boxes, various workstations like the Triton and, the Trinity and Roland Phantom, and you name it. There were so many different things that people have used in the hardware domain for beat making. But we have to admit that today the production game is dominated by software-based beat making tools such as FL Studio, Reason, Ableton Live, Studio One, and of course Logic Pro. Hardware has come back. We definitely have to admit that as well. Hardware over the past couple of years for sure has come back. You have standalone machines such as the Akai MPC X and the Live and the MPC One and the Machine Plus, Ableton Push 3, the Isla S2400, the Electron Digitact and other Electron boxes, and even more obscure products like the Poly-N boxes. Which one is the best for beat making is the question. What platform is the best? And I want to know from you guys as well what you think the best is. What music production platform is the best for beat making? My opinion, Kev Davis, appreciate you, fam. Thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you for tapping in and supporting the channel, man. Thank you so much, man. Good looks. Yeah, my opinion is that the best is largely a matter of personal preference. But there are definitely advantages of using certain platforms depending on the genre of music and styles that you're into. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that just from my perspective. So, one of the biggest factors in choosing a beat making tool today is actually community. That's one of the biggest factors today in choosing a beat making tool or beat making equipment. So when a tool has a large community of users and video content geared towards making the style of music you're into, it makes it a very clear choice in the end, because a large amount of content and support will enable you to get up and running quicker. And really, it's the path of least resistance at that point. If you already have a whole bunch of content creators and influencers in the community that are using the equipment that you are looking at using, and there's a whole bunch of videos and other support like forums and other things that are designed to help you with the style of music that you also want to create, it's a very easy choice then. So this is one of the biggest factors that people look at as far as like making this decision. So I think community is a big aspect of what's the best for you in the end. Many people looking to create trap, for example, or drill may lean into a platform like FL Studio because the sheer amount of content online teaching producers how to create those genres using that platform. So I'm sure if you search, how to make trap beats or how to make Metro Boomin style beats or how to make, name your producer, Murder Beats or whatever, whatever producer you're into or whatever you're trying to use as a measure for what's good in that genre. You find if you find a tutorial, it's most likely going to be in FL Studio if we're talking trap and drill. So, if we look at, producers that are trying to do boom bap, for example, a boom bap producer may lean into MPC more because, again, there's a large community of content creators and producers that are developing content and resources. So there's a big support system for producers that are interested in making sample-based hip hop and boom bap music especially. So because of these resources in this community, it makes it a very clear choice. If we're talking R&B, for the R&B producers out there, many R&B producers may choose a DAW, or some of them may choose MPC depending on the era of R&B that they're most influenced by. For producers like myself that kind of find themselves in between hip hop and R&B and funk music, the choice may not be as clear cut. So, for producers like myself that kind of fall in between a few different genres or a few different extremes, some of the producers that I know that are in this kind of gray area or hybrid area, as my dude DiBiase coined it, some of us will use things like Propeller Head's Reason because of the sheer amount of synth tools and sampler tools included. So Reason is a major DAW at this point. It was kind of like a quasi DAW, kind of was not fully DAW for a long time, more like a workstation environment, but it is a full on DAW now. And I know a lot of amazing producers that fall into this category of like being in between R&B, hip hop, funk, sample based music. Big Bro DJ Battlecat, who we just did a video with in the other day actually, and hopefully some of y'all saw that already. But Big Bro DJ Battlecat is a Reason user. Mike and Keys, Nipsey Hussle's producers, big Reason users. My Guy Mars, big Reason user. So, and these guys do a lot of, like I said, they're in between. So, Reason is a big and major platform for people that are kind of in that in between. Some producers that are in this in between also may use something like a combination of MPC and keyboards in order to tap into things like the sounds and aesthetics of the 80s and the 90s. So, if you're kind of like, yeah, I'm like R&B, hip hop, and all that stuff, but I kind of like the 80s and 90s sound, MPCs and keyboards may be a better bet. I know like a lot of younger producers that are doing kind of like this hybrid R&B, modern West Coast approach. People like Blast, for example. They are FL Studio users. FL Studio has a lot of the tools that aid the composition process and allow for a very easy composition approach, especially when we start talking about things like the ability to quickly program complex hi-hats and the way it enables layering of melodies and instruments and top lines. Is very easy to come up with the production and composition based upon the tools that FL Studio provides. Overall, though, I would say that there is no one best beat making tool. There is not one best beat making tool. It is largely a matter of taste. It is largely a matter of what is closest to the type of style and music that you want to create, as far as like, who's using it and also what community exists. I think that's a big factor because it can help you to decide based upon, the proximity to other producers and the support system that you may get from other producers within your genre. So I think those are big factors. There are other factors. This is not, I won't say this is a comprehensive breakdown of any of this, but I wanted to start the discussion. But my thoughts are a lot of it has to do with your style and genre, and some tools are better suited for certain genres. We start talking about things like Serato Sample, for example, even though that's not a full DAW, something like Serato Studio, I should say, may be best suited for someone that's making sample-based hip hop as opposed to, some other platform that doesn't support that. Like you wouldn't tell a sample-based music producer, hey, go get the Core Chronos. Not a great platform for that person. But I know some amazing producers that are kind of hybrid, that kind of fit in between this R&B, hip hop, and whatnot domain, that are avid Chronos users. Terrace Martin being one of those. He's an avid Chronos and Core user. So it really depends on the style. It depends on the style in the end. So those are my thoughts. I'm going to first get into this fan base. If you're on Fanbase and you want to add to the discussion, I will let you on stage. I see a hand up now. But yeah, man, I just wanted to share those thoughts to kick off the discussion. So let's get it cracking. Soy is real. What's good with you, fam? I see you in here. Tadrick, I see you in here. I'm gonna let Robin up first. All right. Let me see here. Oh, did you drop your hand down? Did you want to come up, Robin, or no? If you want to come up, raise your hand. I'll bring Tadrick up first then. Tadrick, what's good, fam?
Yo, what's good? What up, though?
I'm blessed, man. How you doing?
Doing good,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Just joining in. Actually built some sound panels last night, about 8 of them. About to go build some more. Headed to Home Depot on the road.
Yes,
But yeah, just
sir.
wanted to jump in and chime in. I use, man, literally every DAW. I think the only DAW that I don't use is FL, and that's probably in Digital Performer. But yeah, I jump around. I've honestly made, like, when Universal Audio released Luna, I made so many beats in there. My preferred go-to, I would say, between Reason and my MPC on the MPC Live. But yeah, I purposely jump around from Reason to Luna to Logic, literally every DAW. I don't know. That's just the way I work. It just depends on my mood. Like, if I want to like chop samples, I might jump in the machine,
Mm.
even like the old machine 1.9.
Mm.
But yeah, I like them all. It just, to me, it doesn't matter, like, whatever style I want to go for. It just depends on whatever DAW I want to open up today.
Nice. Nice. So do you feel like they all have the same level of tools for every style?
Uh, I would say, I mean, like, for me, Ableton. I really like Ableton because it's easier to, like, I guess, finding tempos and matching, stretching samples out, remix and stuff like that. Um, but it honestly, it just depends on the person, for real. Because you can make anything in any DAW. I would say, since I never really jumped into FL Studio, um, that's definitely, I would say, more rap, trap, R&B. Like you mentioned, with the complicated hi hat combinations, things like that. I never really jumped into FL. I tried to, but I just gave up and
Mm.
just stuck with what I knew. And but no, I even tried Studio One. I made a whole, like, actual single with Studio One. It was very frustrating because I was, like, literally recording, mixing, producing all in one, and because I was trying to learn the DAW. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Just like I said, it depends on the person.
Yeah.
But I think we all know, like, FL Studio, that definitely caters more towards the rap, trap, R&B. Um, but Reason, I would say, is more versatile, in my opinion. I really like Logic Pro from an arranger, a composer standpoint, like, actually, like, being able to, understand music and play music, and you can even do music notation.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, it just depends.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me ask you this, what didn't connect with you on FL Studio?
I think it was the layout.
Mm.
The layout, the GUI, understanding just different windows and the mixer. Um, like, I didn't really spend a lot of time with it because this was like years ago, and I've always been like an FL hater. Um, but now, I don't know. I just couldn't get into the user interface. That's what threw me off. I think I understand it more so from just looking at people's, workflows and windows. I may try it out one of these years, but until then, like I said, since I jump around and I have every DAW except for DP and FL,
Mhm.
um, yeah, I may try to learn it, just to pick it up and add it to my tool set.
Yeah, I think I would recommend that you spend some time with it. I mean, it's not super high priority. If you got stuff that works for you, obviously keep pushing with that. But I do believe there's some things to be gained from digging in and looking at the process in FL. And I know the UI may be a little bit jarring for someone that likes a traditional DAW layout because it I would say between FL and Ableton, these are some of the least DAW like interfaces in the end. But I think the approach is interesting, and I think you should look into it because just some of the tools and the way that you can develop music are a lot different, and it may make you think differently. And I think that's the joy of learning new equipment is that it keeps the mind sharp. That was one of the things DiBiase said in the video I dropped yesterday. It's like, all these tools
Yep,
help to keep the mind sharp, and also
yep.
it also helps you to just think creatively in different ways in the end. So, just the way that you have to approach composition in FL may inspire you to have more of a FL mantra. That was one of the things Chris Moss said, was like talking about the SP 1200. The SP 1200 is not so relevant, but he was saying that the mantra behind the SP 1200 and the approach is what's relevant. So these things translate to all these different pieces because they each have their own mantra and style or approach that you can gain from working in that domain. And I think that can be very
Right.
useful and help you to like really expand just the way you think about making music. So that's just my thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And man, even now that you said that, I might even try it out this week. Like I said, once I finish these sound panels. But I was just gonna add one more thing. Like Ableton Live for me, I really use that from a live standpoint. I'll still like make beats and produce in it.
Yeah.
For me, it's the easiest to get something started.
Mm.
It loads fast. I can just get an idea going real fast. Same with Reason,
Hmm.
because I've been using Reason since 2.5, since 2005,
Yes, sir.
2006. And so I know it. But like Ableton, since I'm a live musician as well,
Mm.
I love it because you can program lights, lyrics, fire, all of that stuff. It just has a lot of functionality that other DAWs are picking up now. Um, but yeah, from a live application standpoint, I love Ableton. Um, but Reason is always inspiring because of just the basic sounds that it already has, like the factory sounds it already has in there. That's what I love about it the most.
Absolutely, absolutely. I with Reason especially, I always recommend that when people because people ask me all the time, what should I get for like making West Coast beats? And I always say, if you can't afford any like hardware at all, get Reason because Reason has so many of the tools and like it's a good place to learn the fundamentals of signal flow anyhow, just because the way it's laid out. It's laid out like, more of an analog approach in the end. So I love it. And I've been using it since probably like 2003, man, long time. And it's definitely
Yeah.
progressed now to it's a full-fledged DAW now. So I would always recommend that. Even if you're doing like R&B music, I also would recommend that one as an alternative if you don't want to use something like Logic or Studio One.
Yeah, and I definitely recommend, yeah, Reason for sure. And if you are like a composer, arranger, Logic, definitely, because it's not a subscription. You pay your $200, you get all the instruments it comes with, you get everything, all the tools. A lot of what other DAWs, the industry standard may not offer, or just cost double or triple the price. I know a lot of people complain or may have something to say about the particular quote unquote sound of Logic, but I think it depends on your approach, your ears, your mixing techniques. You can get any record to sound like anything in any DAW. Um, but yeah, those two for me, from an arranger, composer standpoint, are great. And like you said, Reason, very easy to pick up. Because when I start learning Reason, that was like the first. Because I was using the MPC 2000 XL when Reason that started getting popular, and I had a guy teach me how to use it. So that was like one of my first ones that I started like really getting into computer production with. And it was, like you said, easy learning curve, lots of great sounds already inside, and the signal flow teaching you that, flipping the racks around. It gives you a good overall, viewpoint of audio production.
Absolutely. Yep. I agree, man. Tadri, I appreciate you for coming up on stage and sharing your thoughts and opinions, man.
For sure, man.
Yes, sir. All right, man. If anybody else want to share any thoughts, ideas, or anything, we're on Fanbase as well. You can come in, you can raise your hand. I'll bring you up on stage, and we'll get it cracking, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy though. Like I said earlier, we got a goal here on the super chats, fam. So like, if we want to go another hour, um, let's get the super chats up. Appreciate y'all for um, rocking with your boy here. Get the likes up as well, fam. Because I mean, realistically, I'm a small channel. Um, it helps the algorithm, helps me to be seen more, and it helps to support the channel. The likes are free, so bare minimum, man. If it's 81 people in here, man, if y'all like this safe space for having these conversations, hit the like button, man. That costs you absolutely nothing. Appreciate y'all, but yeah, let's keep it cracking, man. Masada, what's good with you, fam? Appreciate you for stopping by, man. Appreciate you for joining the stream. Let's see here. Let me get to the chat some more. Cassettes and Records says, how come nobody ever mentions machine software or Cubase 14 or the MPC software? Are these outdated? Oh no, I definitely mentioned Machine Plus. Machine Plus is a valid option. Machine software obviously is a valid option. I use Machine. I use a little bit of everything. I'm not, anti any DAW platform, hardware, software. We use everything over here. So yeah, William Ellington, I see you, man. Let me bring you up on stage here. William, what's
Hello
going
again.
on?
Chilling. Thank you for bringing me up.
Yes, sir.
It's a similar story, actually. So when you guys were using MPC 2000 XLs, I was literally just learning about music production, and I didn't have a computer, so I wasn't on YouTube. I went to the bookstore, and they'd have these like imported magazines from the US and the UK, and they're like $20 a piece, and that's how I started learning about software. And I guess that's, Native Instruments was putting stuff out like the Pro 53 and Absinthe and all these old school things. And then, I got the demo disc for Reason 2.5 as well. And it gave me 20 minutes to make my beat, and then I couldn't save. And that's where I started. And I stuck with it. I think I got, I purchased a legit version at 4. And I did that for like 10 years, and I really got bored of it. I wasn't much of a keyboard player. I was really horrible, if I'm being honest. So, I mean, I got whatever. I was getting things done, but I did get a Machine Micro, and I loved it. And I definitely kind of went sample-based all the way into the sample-based production for a while there. I upgraded to the full version of the MK3, and that's awesome. Fast forward, it's been like 20 years. I can play the keys now, and I've come back to Reason with way much. Oh wow, buddy! Yeah,
you can appreciate it now. You can appreciate it.
More appreciation.
Yeah.
I could play. I could make the sound good. And then I found out it's back to the routing thing. Like a couple of tutorials on YouTube here. You could route stuff out from Reason through your sound card, through whatever you want, and back in.
Yes. Yes.
And they added that MIDI out module in version 10 or something like that. So I sequenced my iPad with Reason.
Nice.
And
nice.
Yeah. And really, like, I've tried Ableton, I've tried FL Studio. Both of those felt like I had 2 left hands or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And Studio One is the traditional DAW of choice for me.
Okay.
But as far as making beats, it's all Machine and Reason, and that's in it in a nutshell, really.
Nice. As you were speaking,
Yes,
I was showing people on screen some of these old Future Music and Computer Music magazine discs as you were talking, because you kind of brought that back, like some of these publications that used to help back before we had YouTube. So definitely can relate to that. And I was a big fan of reading that stuff to also help me to understand what tools were available. It's way easier now, obviously, with YouTube. You can search anything, but yeah, you brought up some memories with that.
for sure.
Yeah.
I actually buy digital versions of those magazines still on the iPad. They're there, so that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, man, I mean, it's interesting how the world of a specific platform can open up to you once your skill set and your ability kind of expands, and you can kind of appreciate different tool sets a bit differently. That's why I always recommend people like try different things as well, so they get that exposure and kind of understand, like, hey, the world of beat making and music production is a lot more vast than like maybe what I think in the end.
Yeah, to build off that is like, okay, let's say I tried a piece of software or even a plugin, 7 years ago, and I thought trash and moved on, right?
Yep.
Well, I don't know, 3-4 years later, I try it again, and it's like something clicked, something's different. This is the best thing since sliced bread.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
yeah, man, I appreciate you for sharing, man. It's always good to hear, people's journey and just the progression and just the way that different people view these tools in the end. Because, like I said, a lot of it is just preference, but yeah, it's great to hear, how you've kind of advanced and like how you've found different things that work for your workflow over time.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a blessing to say the least.
Yes, sir, man. Well, yeah, appreciate you for coming up on stage, man. I'm gonna get back to the chat, man. But yeah,
Sounds good.
thank you for coming up on stage, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anybody else want to come up on stage? We're on Fanbase. Check the link that Upbeat Media just posted. They are giving you the invite if you want to come up on stage and talk to your boy directly and not be in the chat. I don't mind reading the chats, but it's always awesome to hear from you guys in real time, man. We're all audio in the end. We're audio people, and it's a blessing to hear voices and really connect with people. So, Night Shift, what's going on with you, Reason Gang? No, man, Night Shift, I think the Reason has become the one of the choice software for the West Coast. So since you're out west, I think that might be part of why you're also a Reason guy. I'm sure there's other reasons for that, but I think, yeah. Let's see here. Nah, Reason definitely gets a lot of love. DJ Cool Breeze, man, appreciate you. Thank you for the support, man. Thank you for the super chat, man. We're 9 super chats away from our goal here. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for supporting the channel as always. For those of you that don't know, we also have dropped some new content in the True Sound Creators membership. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you check that out. But man, we just dropped our interview with Chris Moss yesterday from Divided Souls. He provided some amazing game, and also he provided the True Sound Creators with a discount code for their product Amplify, which is a drum sound design, drum processing plugin. So, we're getting it cracking on True Sound Creators, man. I appreciate you, DJ Cool Breeze, for supporting the channel, being a true sound creator, and also the super chat, man, as always, man. Thank you. Let's see here. Going back in time here, Blasian says, only reason I use Logic Pro is because I got Mac and GarageBand was legit back in the day. Logic Pro is a beast, man. Like that is my DAW of choice. So I definitely love Logic. I can do everything that I need to do with just Logic, especially where it's at now. It's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah. Let's see here. Alan Lavelle, what's going on with you? Appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat, man. He said Reaper and FL Studio for me. Also Reason. That's what's up, man. Yeah, Alan, I definitely would love to hear why Reaper. Reaper definitely is an interesting platform. And yeah, I would love to know more about like what's going on with Reaper. Let's see here. Let's see, I'm not seeing the hand. So my moderators in Fanbase, if you want to bring people on stage, please feel free to do so if there's a hand, because I can't see it right now. Soy is Real says X144 showed me the magic of Logic and I've never looked back. Yeah, man. Shout out to X, man. X is one of the unsung heroes in the audio production space as far as games are concerned. And yeah, he definitely has supported this channel and I appreciate him, man. Shout out to him. All right, I'm gonna bring you up on stage, Shamir. All right. Let me see here. Oh, is Fanbase tripping here? Let me see. Oh man, Okay, there we go. What's going on, Shamir?
I didn't hit accept.
Oh, okay.
Peace. I didn't hit accept, my brother.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate you. What's going on with you?
Indeed. Oh man, I'm fantastic today, sir. How are you?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Can't complain at all.
I know that's right. I wanted to just add on briefly about the topic at hand. Um, what what is the best equipment to get for music creation? And I will agree with all of the points that you did make. Depends upon the genre that you're creating. Will call for different types of sounds, different types of textures, keyboards, samples, thickness. All of the buzzwords that we deal with in sonics. For me personally, though, and this is more esoteric, whatever gear you got is going to be the best gear, right? Because with what you have, you can get to dive into the intricacies of your equipment or equipments, plural, and how they can all serve a purpose to get you to that final destination, be it whatever it is.
Absolutely.
Right? So having suffered from gas, right? Having had gas in the past, I understand that it is easy to get distracted and sometimes even misled from trying to listen to what everybody has to say about everything.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
And let's be honest, I mean, across the board, everybody has a little bit of something that can make music, whether it is Adobe Audition or a light version of Ableton. And you might have the low end drum machines or keyboards from. Can it produce sound? Is the main question. Like, does it turn on? When you turn the volume up or mix level, does it create a tone? Then you're good. Start creating. Start twisting knobs. Start menu diving. Read the manuals. Get yourself great source sounds if you're sampling, like an EA Ski drum set or something that's already punching. I'm not going to advocate melody packs. I use whatever tools you got to get to make your music. But you should be able to tap something out. Chord Gadget can do a lot for you. You don't need a whole bunch. And that's how I found you, my brother, because I've been on Gadget since Gadget came to iPad.
Oh man, yeah.
And that was many iPads ago.
Yes, sir.
I might have all of them. I might have all 4 iPads. One crapped the bed, as they say. And it had all the heat on it. But unfortunately, my major point is that whatever it is that you got, start there.
There you go.
Then, I think you might have said this in a discussion somewhere recently, but whatever you have, and then once you kind of reach a ceiling, so to say, then you should be able to say, okay, you know what, I need something that has more more sampling time. Or I need something that has more pads if you're making certain kind of genres that need more pads, or this doesn't have enough orchestra sounds. Then you need to start researching and ask more specific questions, like where can I find the best piano sounds out of these workstations?
Right.
If it's not a real piano, what has the best pads?
Right.
What music that I listen to that I'm inspired by and want to make music like? Well, what were they using? Right.
Yep.
So at least, you know, being 50, I had a chance to see all those great publications, you know, from the ones from Future Music and Computer Music, running the Barnes and Nobles just to see whatever the sounds they're going to give, whatever little light version of something, the tutorials. What can this do? Oh, no, this sounds too EDM, so I can't use these sounds unless I'm able to sample them into something else and then start messing with the ASDR or whatever, right? And just, or LFO and getting different, right? You can do it. People are making jams and making careers off of FL Studio.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right? Absolutely. So, I mean, that's now, I mean, I was around Fruity Loops when maybe that gave it away.
That gave it away right there. There it is.
I've been using it for a long time.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Like, you know, and what I do understand that it is an intimidating user interface when you think that you have to tap in everything.
Yes.
But that is not the only way to make music in Fruity Loops. Like, there is an actual different kind of typical DAW-looking screen.
Yes.
That you can see. Same with Ableton, right? Like, you don't have to commit to that first screen. Just hit the tab button, and then it'll get you into another world. And you're like, oh, this looks like more like a DAW I'd understand.
Right. Right.
And many folks might not have ever been exposed to that. You know, you would have to, because I mean, when the person who gave me Fruity Loops back in the days, they were like, this is how you use it.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, yeah, because I'm going crazy sitting here clicking on, like, going TR style on it. I'm like, nah, you know. And he showed me a different method of getting it in, and I don't even remember what it is,
right,
per se. But there's another way, folks. So with whatever you got, and I'm gonna yield the floor, my brother. Whatever it is that you got, whether it's the most jankiest keyboard, the most free of programs, main thing is have you some monitors, have you some type of interface that's going to allow you to add different things that you find, different sources and keyboards and samplers that you can plug into your computer. Or if you got the cheapest little Volcas, make it work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Make it work. If you I'm from the era of making pause tapes. And so that's making it work.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like, there's no excuse. Get busy, take notes, study, listen to the pros like yourself and other good cats that are giving good information out, so you can make another decision when you're ready to elevate. But for now, master what you got, hold on to that, get the best sound that because then you're going to be nice when you get a new device.
There it is. There it is.
My brother, I appreciate the time, my friend.
Appreciate you, Shamir. Thank you for sharing the wisdom, man, as always. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. See you in sound, brother.
Yes, sir. So yeah, guys, listen, it's really about making use of what you have at the end of the day. You know, one of the things that I find to be a little bit of a challenge from back in the day is that today, because we do have these big communities online and we have a whole bunch of influencers saying, this is what I use, I think to some degree, it does remove some of the trial and error and some of the things that we used to experience when we were kind of like in the shed, so to speak, working on our craft with something that no one else had, or, you know, that sort of thing. So I think a lot of the uniqueness that we used to get from like mastering a specific tool, even if it wasn't something that somebody else used, is kind of getting lost today. So I think to Shamir's point, use what you got. Don't get so like, you know, covetous or, you know, envious of what somebody else may have, because if you master what you have, you can really like develop your own sound and, forge your own thing in the end. And I think that's super important, especially when we start talking about genres like hip hop, where I still believe creativity is a big part of it, like the ingenuity behind making music in that genre is what made it special. And I think we can't lose that. So I think use what you got and master it and come up with different ways to freak what you got. So Deuce, man, I see you on stage, man. Welcome to stage on Fanbase. I appreciate you for joining, man. What's going on with you?
Nothing too much, man. What's going on? I was like really tripping out because Shamir was hitting on a lot of stuff that started with me.
Mm,
Um, so like, I had taken like a long break with recording music and stuff like that, and probably about 3 or 4 years ago, man, I started with a program called LMMS,
whoa.
and yeah,
Okay.
free program, yeah, free program, and I just started. Actually, I was like actually mentally and spiritually going through some things, and
Mm,
I just needed an outlet. You know what I'm saying? Really needed an outlet, and started with LMMS. Just just kind of whatever came to me. You know what I mean? I was just putting it out there. It could be R&B one day, it could be hip hop one day, it could be you know, and now I ended up graduating. I got like a little Arteria mini lab.
mm-hmm,
That was my first MIDI controller.
mm-hmm.
And it's perfect because I actually travel for work.
Okay.
So man, I could just pack that thing away, boom, boom, put in the, you know what I mean, put in my book bag,
Yep.
got my laptop, I'm off and I'm running. And when the inspiration hit me, I can go anywhere.
Right.
I've been in airports, making beats before. So um and then, as he was saying, as you grow, you start saying, okay, I can kind of feel myself outgrowing these things, and ended up getting a Novation 49 key, um, and ended up grabbing Ableton. I had tried to use Logic, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if it was like the layout, or it was something that really I couldn't. It wasn't working for me at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when I tried Ableton, man, Ableton was like, where I was at.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mainly right now, I do mainly like house mixes,
Mm,
mashups, remixes, that
yeah.
kind of thing.
Yep.
I still do like some boom bap stuff. Um, I have Elisa's VI 25
Okay.
that I like the pads on that one.
Mm, mm.
Um, but yeah, man, I just man, Shamir was really like hitting it on the head. I'm like, yeah, man, yeah, like,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah. No.
that's how it was for me, so like, just getting started and having the tools to manifest what's in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And to be able to put it out, and then, kind of work from there. But one thing I was going to ask you
Yes, sir.
was if you had any recommendations for like a mastering program.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. First of all, thank you for your contribution to this and just the insights and wisdom that you've also shared. As far as mastering programs are concerned, I mean, I think this might be a little biased because of where I came from, but I think today it's kind of hard to beat Isotope. Isotope has
Okay.
Ozone just has the goods. Now, is it perfect? It is
Okay.
absolutely not perfect, but it has the goods for
Okay.
mastering. I still highly recommend Ozone. So, there are other things, obviously. I'm not really a fan of cloud-based mastering. If that's what you have access to, go ahead, use it. I'm not a big fan of that, and I'm not going to name any cloud-based platforms. But I will say, yeah, Ozone is a good all-in-one tool for getting it done.
Nice.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll check that out.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you, Deuce, man. Appreciate you for coming on stage and sharing, bro.
Hey, no problem, man. Thank you, man, for the platform.
A-
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, we getting close to that hour mark, man. We got a little bit of time left to hit this goal, man. If we want to go longer, if we want to keep this going for another hour, man, y'all know what to do, man. Hit the super chats, man. I'm gonna bring Wale up on stage now. Mr. Gird Up Ministries, Gird Up International Ministries, man. I'm bringing you up now. What's going on, sir?
Yeah, man, blessings to you all, man. Blessings to you all. Just listening and hearing everybody speaks, it just brings me back to my beginning stage on the PlayStation 2 when Funk Master Flex had that program Beat Maker. That's where my beginning started from, and from there just gradually from there I went to Magic's. Then from Magic I went to the Triton, and it just then it's like from the Triton that I got introduced to the FL Studio Fruity Loops back in the day,
Yep.
and that's when I pretty much became more of a digital producer, if that makes sense. But just recently, hearing the information that been coming off, it's like, okay, dang, I should have had more of a hybrid setup,
Yeah.
But like for me, my choice is I use the MPC Studio software along with the sample tank. I'm still using sample tank.
Man, okay. No, Sample Take is great, man. Sample Take is a very versatile, man. Man, that's what's
Yeah.
up,
So
man. So okay, so you kind of more like MPC now. Are you more of a sample-based producer, or like what kind of genres are you doing?
I'm more of a it's like a R&B, hip hopish type. It's something up in that genre. It's
Okay.
more of a it's more of a jazz influence because of
Ah,
you know listening to coming up listening to Mo Better Blues, and
yeah.
my pops, all he do is listen to blues, and my first cousin who's no longer with us, he was a jazz player. I just have more of like a jazz, hip hop, R&B mix in a gumbo type of feel,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Okay. Nah, that makes a lot of sense, man. I could definitely relate. I definitely had a lot of jazz influence in my family as well. Just a lot of folks, people kind of grew up around, Pat Metheny and that kind of stuff, man. So I
Mm-hmm.
definitely can relate. So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
I got just a squeeze of West Coast when I produced, and I was like, where did that come from? I never spent a lot of time in in California, but Louisiana is known as LA, so I'm from the central part of Louisiana, so I always say I'm from South Central LA, not in California, but
well,
but the central.
listen, like the Great Migration, man. All of our folks came from either Texas or Louisiana or Arkansas, man. So some from Atlanta too.
Mm,
So we all related, man. We all
mm,
cousins, man.
yeah, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Man, all praise. I appreciate the opportunity to come on and to share, man. I'm not a long-winded person, man. So I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet. But blessings to you, man.
Blessings to you too, man. All praises, man. Appreciate you. But yeah, man, we got 50 seconds left, man, to hit this goal, man. I appreciate hanging out with y'all, man. I do this for the love, man. But we also just understand time is money, fam. So we trying to make it so that we do it in a way that makes sense. I got a lot of other stuff I'm working on too. So I can't spend up all my time here, but I love to provide the platform for people to share and discuss stuff, man. you know, it's about sharing and I'm gonna share regardless. I'm gonna share my stuff. I'm not, you know, dedicated to one platform or the other. I use everything, man. It just, you know, I like to share knowledge and provide a platform for everybody to have an opportunity to talk. I don't care, you know, even if you're an FL Studio guy, you know what I'm saying? If you one of these guys, this is still a channel for you. I know it kind of looks like it's a hardware channel or whatever. I'm a real one, and I'm a share on all topics and ideas, man. So, you know, I appreciate y'all, man. I think you know, we had a nice little discussion, man, and it's been an amazing conversation to hear you guys' opinions and thoughts and share the wisdom about like really sticking to what you have and really focusing on what you have in the end, because I think that makes a big difference in just your development and how deep you can get with this with this music production just whether it's a hobby or whether it's your profession. For some of you, it's a hobby. For some of you, it's going to be a profession. But I think sticking with what you have and learning the tools in the end is the best way to go. And then as you start to advance and you start to learn more about things, and you can kind of see where other tools may help you to fill in gaps where your production may be lacking or things that you might want to explore, then you slowly progress into that stuff. I never recommend buying everything at once. Never buy everything at once, because you buy everything at once, you're going to be confused and you're not going to be productive. So buy a tool and spend time with it. Get deep with it, learn it, master it. It's about mastering it. And I don't care what tool or platform you're on, like master your tools and create that opportunity for you to find yourself and your workflow and your style from the unique tools and things that you and the unique pathways that you use to get to a final product in the end. I think that's super important in our development, man. So yeah, man, we're about at the end of this stream, fam. I appreciate y'all. Alan Lavelle, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. It's been a great stream. We'll be back on Thursday at 4 p.m. Central Time. Yeah, we're gonna keep it cracking, man. We're gonna keep the discussion going, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and like this video if you like this stream, man. Also, make sure y'all go ahead and check out, you know, I dropped a dope video featuring DJ Battlecat, EA Ski, Snipe Young, Chris Moss, DBIC, Donut, and Jared Jackson. Make sure if y'all haven't checked that out when this stream is over, go check that out. You know, there was definitely some game dropped here. If you haven't checked that out, it's a dope one. So go check that out on my page. And also, if you're interested in exclusive interviews, exclusive content, exclusive walkthroughs, sampler comparisons, and all kind of other things that are related to this domain of music production, check out my True Sound Creators membership, man. $4.99 a month. We getting it in, man. It's a whole bunch of stuff. I still got more exclusive interviews to drop. Coming soon, we got the EA Ski interview, man. Y'all gonna definitely enjoy that, man. So become a member, man. Like, that's what we doing, man. But definitely, you know, we got more to come, man. So I appreciate y'all time. I appreciate the support. And yeah, man, until next time, I want to tell y'all peace and God bless.